I'm just a very techie guy. Like I love technology. I've been always into like I love video games and like anything kind of like new. It always gets my attention. I don't know if you know, by the way, but ChatGPT has a new function, and it's not available. Obviously, it's not available in Hong Kong, but the app on the phone, and now can you can talk to it, and it's gonna talk to you back. But like actually the voice, and the voice sounds so human, and you can ask this chat to perform in any way. You can say, okay, I want you to be like to act like you are like a Winston Churchill, and you tell me about your story when I ask you questions, and it's gonna do that. Or you can ask it to be your interviewer, and it's going to be your interviewer, and then you can ask it to evaluate you, like how was your response, and I was like, wow, this is insane.
Does it threaten? Do you like it? Or are you inspired, or does it? Do you feel threatened by it?
Um, I think it's fascinating. Like in the way, like in one of my productions that I did about Metaverse, I actually created a story where the guy is trying to be free, like from the Metaverse.
I think that we have the yes. These are the images, correct?
Yeah, so like the story was about him trying to get away from this world that he was stuck in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think nowadays, I mean, we're all stuck in our phones, right? And then Mark Zuckerberg was like, "Well, we're gonna give you even more," like And while I think it's also fascinating that this kind of stuff is going to be available, right? But also there's a downside that I think like, well, we're just going to be more disconnected from the real world, which is not a positive thing. So I just wanted to turn it into something like, to remind people like there's a real world and we should appreciate that. That
Yes.
was the idea.
No, this is fantastic. So you used what's the device that you put on the model's head? How did you create this picture without telling too many secrets? But did you come up with this construction, with this concept?
I found this VR helmet. So I found it online through Carousel. So I was looking for something that I can put light in front, because these kind of VR helmets for phones, you put your phone in front and then you can like use it, right? And I have these RGB lights, so like they're very thin. So instead of putting a phone, I would just put RGB lights, so it looks like it creates this kind of like effect, like it's on.
And then he finally takes the headset off, and he's free. Where is this place? This is a magical place.
Yeah, it's in Leitchikok. I was looking for it for a while actually, and I was messaging. So I saw some photographers did work there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged them like, wow, that's amazing. Could you please tell me where's the place? Obviously, no one would tell me where's the place. People would keep it a secret, and I understand why. And then this girl that I accidentally found, I think it was on Facebook or somewhere, she would just go to these kind of places just for fun. So I asked her, right? And she generously told me the location and how did she get there. So I went there, and it was one of the most terrifying experiences, but also like really amazing in the way, because it was Friday. I didn't have to go to work, and there's not a single soul. And this place, like, you go underground, and it's massive. It's a massive place. It's also like very dirty. And then there's this part that I found, I wanted to find especially that location where at the beginning he stands like, looking up, and there's this light, right? No, not this one, like the first one. I think. Yeah. I wanted to find specifically this place especially because I thought it looks so cool. And to get there, you have to go through the tunnel.
Uh-huh.
And that tunnel, like, if it's just complete darkness, and it's a huge tunnel, right? And I'm like, okay, where am I? What am I doing here? And I'm with this flashlight, and I'm walking there. I'm like, okay, and every sound you hear, it's like it's echoing. Like everything sounds maybe far away, just gonna go through the tunnel. So it was really creepy. But when I found this, I was like, okay, I know how to get here. I gotta do something here, right? And when I saw this place, for some reason, I just saw an image of a guy like in a VR helmet for some reason, and then I developed a story around that. But I waited for like a year to do that because during certain time of the year, this place is underwater because there's like a drainage system. And I came back and I was like, oh, it's underwater. And then my friend told me, yeah, like you need to wait. And after Metaverse was announced, right, and I was like, wait, I thought about the guy wearing VR helmet. Maybe I can make something about it. So then that's how creative process led me to create the whole story about it.
Can you expand on that? Like your creative process. You have an idea. You sketch it out. How do you put all the elements together? You just go there and get inspired.
Well, I like to go to play. I like to look for unique locations. Like I love exploring as a thing. Location like means a lot, especially like in Hong Kong. It's so rich, and you don't want to do the same locations as everyone else, right? You want to find something really unique, and it depends. Sometimes creative process starts from me going somewhere and maybe like feeling the place, right? Maybe seeing an image in my mind and then creating something around it. And sometimes maybe I kind of like have this story in my mind and it's not even a complete, like I don't understand why I'm doing it even, like I just want to do it. I just want to shot it in this way, and then after I shoot it I actually write what I think about it. It can also be this way.